Morning, everybody. I just had to remember to turn the fans on with these lights. Practicing and teaching at the same time. It gets kind of hot in here. So, good morning. Thank you all for being here. It's so lovely of you all to be there. It's so nice to see so many familiar names and beautiful people joining me. So, this morning we are doing a practice for pranavayu. So we have in the body we have prana, which is this vital life force that animates us and gives us energy and really kind of moves and directs us, and it can leave us feeling quite stagnant or stuck, or it is what can really get us feeling very vibrant and alive. And so there are 5 different types of prana, what we call vayus, and we're going to be working with the type of prana that is called prana. And this is really, it's to do with the lungs and the chest, and it's up in this upper part of the body, and we can kind of get to know it on the inhalation. It is that quality that starts to bring a little bit of fullness, expansion into our experience. So I'm going to get us breathing a little bit here and sitting with that breath while I read a little paragraph to you about the qualities of pranavayu. So just close your eyes, sit up nice and tall if you're not already. You can take that shoulder loop by bringing the thumbs underneath the armpits, shrugging your shoulders up to the ears, draw them back so you're now squeezing the back of the heart, and then allow the shoulders to just soften and rest wherever they land. Begin to breathe deeply, and as you welcome yourself to practice, really pay attention to the inhalation, that quality of expansion that comes from the inhale breath. Really savor that quality of growth and opening up and taking up more space. And then also savor just for a moment the top of the inhale, the quality of being full of inspiration. And then you can exhale in a nice, beautiful, smooth breath. And just continue like that. Allow the belly to move with your breath, but really focus on getting the rib cage to open and expand, possibly the collarbones even lift a little. And then exhale. So continue with your breath like this. And I want to read you a little passage about pranavayu. So of the 5 vayus, pranavayu is the fundamental energizing force. It is the inward moving, vital energy that governs respiration and reception, allowing us to take in everything from air and food to impressions and ideas. Pranavayu is most active in the region of the lungs and the heart, and it provides propulsive energy, speed, motivation, and vitality. On a more subtle level, this vayu gives heightened sensitivity, both to the external senses and to inner awareness. It allows us to see the world in all of its brightness, full of possibilities, and to anchor our inner focus in a resting place of contentment. Sounds pretty good, huh? So that's what we're going to be working with this morning. So a few more breaths here together.
Yep. I think so, but she's not talking yet, so I don't really know.
Muted one of you.
Yeah.
Let's continue this breath, but we'll start to move the hands. So as you inhale, bring the hands open, feel the expansive quality. And as you exhale, bring the hands back in towards the heart center. Think about 5 more like that. Inhale. Like your prana, your life force expands with that inhalation, and then we draw back into our center on the exhale. Three more. Bring your palms together at your heart center. And we'll take one arm together to begin. Deep breath in. We're going to come to stand up to begin this morning. So you move everything off your mat. And we'll stand up at the front of our mat. And we're just going to continue this movement with the breath and with the arms. So as you inhale, bring the arms all the way up to the sky. And you can come up onto the tippy toes. And as you exhale, bring the hands down by your side. Take a few more like that. Inhale, bring your arms up onto the tippy toes. Exhale, bring the hands down. 3 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Breath steady. You can get an ujjayi kind of contraction at the back of the throat happening as you breathe here. So the ujjayi sound almost sounds like a Darth Vader or an oceanic breath. And it's the same action in the throat as if you were saying hello. So you breathe through the nose, but it feels like you're breathing in and out of the back of the throat. Good. Let's start to turn that into some half sun salutations. So you don't have to come up onto tippy toes anymore. Inhale, bring the arms up. And as you exhale, a little bend in the knees, fold all the way forward. Release the head and the neck. As you inhale, lift the chest. You can bend the knees. Feel the ribcage expand right up to the collarbones. And as you exhale, bow and fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, hands to the heart center. Good. As you inhale, bring the arms up. Feel the collarbones lift and separate. The ribcage expands. Exhale, fold all the way forward. Release your head and neck. Inhale, feel the torso expand and get very buoyant as you lift the chest. Exhale, bow in. Inhale, bring your arms all the way up to the sky. Feel the ribcage expand. Exhale, hands to your heart center. One more inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bow in. Inhale, reach your arms high. Exhale, hands to the heart center. Good, raise your arms, inhale. Exhale, bow and fold. Inhale, lift your chest. And exhale, step the right foot all the way back. And pause for a moment, lift the chest away from your thigh. And let's take a twist to the left. So we'll take the left arm up to the sky. As you inhale, fill the ribcage, fill the whole torso, let it expand. And as you exhale, draw the navel in and twist a little more deeply. Good. Another breath here. Savor and enjoy the inhalation, the quality of being full. Good. And then release and step back, downward facing dog here. And then we'll look forward and then we'll step the right foot all the way through. Pause for a moment. And then we'll twist to the right. So take your right arm up to the sky. As you breathe, feel the quality of inhalation, of expansion. As you exhale, gently draw the navel in and twist a little more deeply. And now savor the inhale. Good. From there, release, press back, downward facing dog. Take 5 breaths in downward facing dog. So slow, deep, even breaths, and feel the whole side of the ribs expanding here as you breathe. Good. Now let's come forward into a high plank and hold the high plank. See if you can keep the breath really steady and even. So press back through your heels. The inner thighs roll up towards the ceiling. Breathe right up into the collarbones. Keep your breath steady. Next exhale, press that downward facing dog. Then from there, inhale, come forward, high plank, and lower down. So shift forward, bend the elbows back, lower all the way down, untuck the toes. Inhale, shrug your shoulders up, squeeze the shoulder blades onto the back body, lift up into a little baby back. Good. And then exhale, come down. So that's our first option for when we come into back bends. Next option, inhale, shrug the shoulders up, come up, cobra pose. So we're now drawing the shoulders back, squeezing the elbows in, thighs still on the floor. So either here or you stay with the first option. Exhale, come down. And then the next option is we inhale, shrug the shoulders up and pull them back and then come up into upward facing dog. Good, press down through the tops of the feet. Beautiful. And then reach back, downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. Start to walk your feet towards the front and fold over your legs. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, bowing. Inhale, bring your arms all the way up to the sky. Exhale, hands to your heart center. All right, so let's start to move through a little bit of a Surya Namaskar, just to get us moving. So we'll take a Surya Namaskar C with lunges. I'm going to talk you through, but I'm actually going to just add the charger to the computer. So you guys are going to get going, and I'm going to make sure that the charger's on the computer so I don't lose you guys. So we'll press down through the feet. Inhale, reach your arms all the way up. And as you exhale, fold all the way forward. Release your head and neck. As you inhale, lift the chest. And then exhale, step your right foot back. And you can always drop the back knee in. Then we'll inhale, bring the arms all the way up. As you raise the arms up, feel the whole rib cage right up to the collarbones expand. And then exhale, bring your hands down, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward, high plank. And of course, you can always opt out here or take a cat-cow instead. Lower all the way down to the floor. Inhale, come through your version of the back bend. So whichever one you are used to taking as part of your sun salutation. And then exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Good. From here, you can inhale, raise the right leg up high. And as you exhale, step it all the way through, inside of your right hand. Inhale, sweep your arms up high. Really fill up on the inhale, savor it for a moment. And then exhale, bring your hands down, step forward. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, bowing. Inhale, sweep your arms all the way up to the sky. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Let's go again. Inhale, raise your arms. And as you exhale, fold. Good. Inhale, lift your chest, flat back. And exhale, step your left leg back into the lunge. You can drop the knee if you prefer. As you inhale, raise the arms all the way up. And then exhale, bring them back down to the ground. Good. We'll press back downward facing dog. And then you can inhale and come forward into a high plank. Feel free to drop the knees to multiply here. Good. Lower down on the exhale. And as you inhale, come up into your version of the back bend. From there, press back downward facing dog. Next inhale, you can raise the left leg up high. And as you exhale, step the left leg all the way through. Pause for a moment. Inhale, sweep your arms up high. Exhale, bring your hands down. Step forward, lift your chest, inhale. Exhale, bow and fold in. Inhale, rise all the way. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Let's do one more full round. Inhale, sweep your arms high. Exhale, fold. Inhale, remember we're savoring the inhale. Feel the seams of the body between around the armpits. Exhale, step the right foot all the way back. As you inhale, reach your arms up high. Savor the top of inhalation. Exhale, bring your hands down. Step back, high plank. Good. Low on the exhale. Inhale, curl up into your version of back bend, shoulders back. And then exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Let's inhale, sweep the right leg up high. This time we'll open it up so you can bend the right knee. Take the right foot over to the left. Try and keep the left side of your body nice and long here. And then we'll straighten the right leg, look forward. Step the right foot all the way through to the inside of your right hand. Inhale, sweep both arms up. And exhale, bring your hands down. Step forward, inhale, lift your chest. And exhale, down. Inhale, reach your arms high. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Let's do the other side. Last one, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, left leg back. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, hands come down, step the right foot back, hold the high plank. Next exhale, come forward, low up. Inhale, curl up your version of the back bend, shoulders back. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Next inhale, sweep your left leg up high. And bend the left knee. Take the left foot over towards the right. Keep grounding down through your right heel. And press the floor away with your hands. And then straighten the left leg. Look forward. Step the left foot all the way through. Pause. Inhale. Good. Exhale, bring your hands down. Step forward. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, down. Inhale, come all the way up. And exhale, hands to your heart center. Okay, so let's have the feet hip-width distance apart and we'll externally rotate the arms. We can even take that shoulder loop. So shrug the shoulders up, draw them back, really squeeze the back of the shoulders. Bring the arms all the way up and take a pistol grip with your hands. Press down through the left foot. Hug your arms to your ears. And as you keep pressing down through the left foot and keep squeezing the arms in, come over to the right. Take another breath here. So as you inhale, breathe into the left side body. Get longer. Exhale, come over a little deeper. Good. Inhale, come up. And press down through the right foot and come over to the left. Keep hugging the arms in. As you take a deep breath, feel the right side of the body. And then exhale, come over a little more deeply. Good. Inhale, come up. Exhale, release. Roll the shoulders. Good. All right, let's step the right foot back. So we're coming into warrior one now, just working with the arms. So Hatha is that we build a lot of this energy, but we want to have a lot of stability, kind of a sense of groundedness so that we can actually kind of hold that energy for ourselves. So warrior one, working in this way, is a really kind of beautiful analogy for that, because we're going to keep the legs really solid. We're not going to move the legs at all today. So the left foot is forward, right foot back, right toes point towards the front right hand corner of your mat. And all those same leg actions apply. The right inner thigh rolls back, so we've got that inner spiraling in the right thigh. And the legs are trained to simultaneously hug together and then pressing down through the feet. So feel that strength in your legs. And then bring the hands together. You can take an open Anjali mudra here. And we'll do that breath that we did at the beginning of the class. So as you inhale, feel the whole rib cage, the whole chest and lung area with prana. Front, back, and sides. As you exhale, bring the hands back together. Maybe sink a little deeper into the pose. Inhale. Feel the collarbones lift, the whole chest expand. Exhale. 3 more. And as you feel that solidity in the legs, also cultivate a sense of buoyancy, freedom, expansion, positivity in the chest. Good. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way out, firm the legs. You could even curl back a little here. And straighten the front leg. Bring your hands behind your back, and as you exhale, fold forward. Keep drawing the left hip back. You can extend through the front of the chest, just one more breath here. Good, bend the front knee, press down, and step forward. Pause for a moment. Feel the difference in the opposite sides of your body. Get your breath very smooth, very steady. Step your left foot back. Warrior one on the other side. Take those same kind of checkpoints to get the legs really solid and grounded. So knee on top of the heel, definitely not forward of the heel, but it could be slightly back. Left toes pointing towards the front left-hand corner of the mat, and square your hips. Back thigh firm. Bring the hands to the heart center. And let's begin to breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Keep going. You might even imagine that you're kind of conjuring a ball of energy that is both within and around you. As you breathe and you make these movements with your hands and your arms, feel that sense of lightness and luminosity building in the chest. Let's take one more. Sweep your arms high. Breathe, possibly curl back a little. Good. And then bring your hands behind you, grab hold of opposite elbows, straighten your front leg, draw the right hip back, and bow forward over the front leg. Continue extending through the front of the chest. So we're not so much prioritizing the forward fold here, but the extension through the spine and the expansion through the torso. And then bend into the front knee, press down, and step forward. Okay. And stand tall, take a couple of breaths here. Okay. All right. So let's turn around and face the front now. And we'll turn the toes, make the outer edges of your feet parallel. And then we'll turn the right toes out and we'll bend the right knee. Sweep your arms up. And you can bring your right elbow to the right knee, or you could bring the right hand to the floor if that's part of your practice. Or you could use a block if you've got a block or a block-like object. So wherever you would like to work, and then externally rotate the left hand, and we'll sweep it over and past the ear. Now, as you inhale, just kind of round out and bow out through the left side body. And then as you exhale, extend the spine and press down through the left foot and reach a little further with the left fingertips. Do that again. Inhale. So it's a little bow through the left side body, rounding through the ribs. Exhale, extend the spine. Now lengthen the underside of the ribs. One more time. Feel the fullness of the inhalation with that. And then exhale, extend. And one more full breath here. Release, press down, come all the way up. Turn your right toes in, turn your left toes out. We'll take the same thing on the other side. So you can bring your left elbow to the left knee, or hand to the floor, or a block, your choice. And then we'll externally rotate the right hand and bring it over and past your ear. Now, as you inhale, bow and round, kind of press out through the right side ribs. Exhale, extend the spine on both sides and reach as you press the floor away with your right foot. Inhale. Exhale. As you do that, feel the qualities of the inhalation kind of helping you take up more space in your body. And now extend, breathe, hold here, and then release. Press the floor away, turn the toes in. Good. And let's take a forward fold before we go back into our twist. So you might want a strap or a tea towel to take the bind here. So we're going to take the right arm, the left arm, sorry, I'll mirror you. Left arm up to the sky. Bend the left elbow and bring fingertips between shoulder blades. Internally rotate the right arm and take it behind your back and take the bind here. So if you can't take the bind, just grab a tea towel or a strap or something that you can hold in the top hand so that you can hold on to that and take a bind that way. Good. Now from here, bend the knees just slightly. And as you inhale, fill the rib cage, front, back, and sides. Feel that whole space expand and grow bigger. And reach out through the top elbow and down through the left elbow at the same time. And then exhale and fold all the way forward. And now simply breathe here. But as you breathe, expand the front of your body. So you're lengthening the front of your spine rather than rounding through the back. You want to try and lengthen the torso rather than just contract the front of the torso. And continue to breathe in that same way where you savor the inhalation, you savor the process of inhaling and the experience of being full of inspiration. So that little pause at the top of the inhale. Bend the knees, press down, come all the way up. Release your arms, take a little bit of a shoulder roll. And we'll do the other side. So reach up through your right arm. Internally rotate the left, and we'll take the bind. Okay. So extend up through your right elbow and down through the left elbow. Take a big breath, and as you exhale, extend out of the hips and fold forward. Press down, come all the way up. And release. Roll your shoulders back, step your feet together just for a moment. Okay. Press down through your feet. And take a moment to feel into the energetic qualities of what is stirring in your chest. Like there is a presence there or an intelligence within you in this area of your body that you are feeling into. There's no right or wrong. It feels stagnant still. That's perfect. It's fine. There's no right or wrong. You're just attuning to your body and looking into, observing the effects of your practice. You can add a sense of gratitude for the inhalation, that sense of drawing nourishment in. Beautiful. Okay, so let's take the feet wide again. And we'll turn the right toes out. So we're coming into Trikonasana now. Similar kind of thing to what we've been doing. Internally rotate your left thigh, bring your arms wide, and reach, bring your right hand down. And we'll bring the hand back behind us, alongside the hip, and externally rotate the hand. So the palm faces up, and your thumb points back behind you. Now, as you inhale, sweep the left arm over and past your ear and press up into the side body. And then exhale, straighten spine, bring the hand back. Again, let's start to increase the inhalation. So we'll start with 5, inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, bow the side body. Exhale, bring it back. Now go 6. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bowing and pressing up into the ribs. Exhale. And let's do 7 and 8. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale, straighten the spine. Last one. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhale, bring hand back. Inhale, bring hand over. 3 breaths here. Extend. And press down, come all the way up. Turn your right toes in, turn your left toes out. Okay, and internally rotate your right thigh now. We'll come into Trikonasana on the other side. Externally rotate your right arm. As you inhale, sweep the arm over and bow out through the left side body. So you're rounding and at the same time stretching the left side of the ribs. Good. Exhale, bring the hand back and let's start to count. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, bring the hand back. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhale. And now inhale, bring that arm all the way over. We'll hold for 3 breaths. Feel the qualities of the inhalation. Good. Press down, come all the way up. Turn your toes in. Good. We'll take another forward fold here. So bring your hands and interlace them behind your back. As you inhale, shrug the shoulders up, lift them away from your hips. Little bend in the knees, fold forward. Okay. Release your hands down. We'll walk the hands back around to the front of the mat and press back, downward facing dog. Enjoy 5 breaths in downward facing dog. And really feel into the qualities of this prana vayu in the upward portion of the chest. So meet the breath with gratitude as it moves into your body. And then let's come down. We'll take a few breaths in child's pose. So toes together, knees wide, bring your arms down in front. Forehead to the floor. And of course, just continue to breathe deep, enjoy your breath, and feel into this quality of inner body bright. So even as you tone and strengthen the muscles, and there is this hugging in, there is this tone that we create through strength in the body. Notice how when you breathe deeply, there is a brightness that presses back against that tone. So you're simultaneously, with your Hatha yoga practice, creating a sense of constriction, of boundary through strength, but there is a quality of aliveness, of possibility, of inspiration that animates that strength and constantly allows it to expand, allows you to expand, whilst you maintain the boundary and the strength of your body and your being. This is kind of the balance dynamic of what we're trying to create in our yoga practice. Okay, let's come up onto all fours and press down through your hands. And we'll take the right foot back, so you press back through your right heel. And you can either just work here, this is kind of like a smorgasbord, you can take it as far as you like, choose to participate in as much of it as you like. Perhaps you'll take the left hand forward. So we're now holding and strengthening the entire back line of your body. And we can hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stay here or reach back. Grab hold of your right ankle with your left hand. Press down and lift up. And now again, feel into the qualities of creating strength through your muscles, but using the inhalation to create a sense of brightness and buoyancy. One more breath. And release. And all the way down. All right, let's take the other side. So we'll reach the left leg back, you can press out through your left heel, and possibly reach your right arm forward. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and either stay or bend your left knee. Take hold of it and kick the foot up into your hand and breathe. Keep lifting the back knee a little higher with each breath. One more breath. And release. And all the way down. Beautiful. Okay, let's move into pigeon posture just to prepare us a little further for some deep back bends. So we'll press into downward facing dog. Step your left knee behind your left wrist, the left foot behind your right wrist, and walk your back toes back. So we walk the right toes back. You can tuck the toes under and lift the back knee up off the floor. So as you do that, press the left shin into the floor and try and drag the left shin, left knee, and the right foot towards one another. And curl up through the front of the belly, lift up through the chest, shoulder blades on your back. Good, you can release the back knee now, untuck the toes. We'll take a little fold forward here and simply rest. Forearms, or if it's available to you, you could bring your head all the way down to the floor. Good. Press back. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. And we'll take the other side. So step your right knee behind your right wrist. Right foot behind your left. Tuck your left toes under and walk your left leg back. Now bring your hands back alongside your hips and lift the back knee up off the floor as you hug the right knee and the left toes towards one another. Curl back, lift up through the front of your body and breathe. Now, bring the back knee to the floor, untuck your toes, come onto the forearms and rest here. Or, if it's available, you can come all the way down. All right, let's make our way up. Press back. Adho Mukha Svanasana, 3 breaths. Again, enjoy your breath. Come down to your knees. Sit back on your heels. Sit tall for a moment. See if you can feel or look out for a sense of rising up, the heart rising up. And hopefully you feel it when we sit for meditation, but for me it really feels like the pelvis is anchored. I'm so solid and earthed, not all the time, after I do a practice, to really connect to this experience of meditation. But then the upper body is really expansive and almost floating, buoyant, full, expansive. And this to me really is the experience of, complete embodiment of how we're supposed to feel, simultaneously earthed and as expansive as the sky. Not floaty and kind of all over the place, being blown around like the wind, but grounded and free simultaneously. Okay. So let's move into Ustrasana. So you could fold your mat over for a little bit of extra cushioning underneath the knees. And you can also tuck the toes. Some of you might have worked with the basics classes earlier this week. We worked with Ustrasana. We're tucking the toes, so particularly if you're not used to going back or you're close but not quite there, you can tuck the toes. Brings the heels up a little closer. You can also place a bolster or a rolled up towel or blanket on the heels so that you can bring your hands back to that bolster. Okay, so lots of different options. Please don't just go back and jam into the lower back. What we're trying to do here is lift up side body long and then curl back around that point between the shoulder blades. So those of you that have been practicing longer or more open through the front of the chest, untuck the toes. Whatever option you're taking, press the knees down. Move the inner thighs back. So imagine you had a block between your legs and you're trying to move it back behind you. We'll keep that strength through the legs. Bring the thumbs to the armpits. As you inhale, shrug the shoulders up. Keep looking forward. Place the shoulder blades firmly at the back of the heart and start to curl back. Keep every breath. Create more space, more expansion through the upper part of the body, and then possibly bring the hands to the heels. If it's part of your practice, you can take the head back. I like to keep my facings forward. So with each inhalation, expand through the chest. Each exhale, lift up into the back bend a little higher. I can't say that and do that at the same time. Good, one last breath. And then release. Just come down, sit back on your heels. And take a breath. Let's take one more. Come on up. And press down through the knees. Same thing again. Or maybe you realize that you can actually go a little deeper. Again, lift up out of the lower back. Don't crunch into it. So we inhale, shrug the shoulders up as you press firmly down into the knees. The legs should feel strong. Squeeze the back of your heart, but then breathe and expand the whole torso. Start to curl back. You can keep the hands on the lower back here. It's also another option. Hands to the hips. And release. Roll forward, bring your fists on top of one another and place the forehead on your fists. You're probably feeling, a lot more aliveness. There is much more energy available to you to experience yourself at the moment. Okay, let's come up. That quality is really beautiful to bring this sense of energy into our system. We wouldn't do a practice like this late at night. We might still do some things to bring a sense of energy to the system, but not quite so much as what we're doing this morning. So we're going to come into Pavrita Janu Shasasana. So we'll bend your right foot in towards the groin, heel pointing up towards you. And of course, you could sit on a roll up, a trifold blanket, particularly if you're tight through the hips here. You can just move the flesh of the sit bones away from you. And then we'll bring the left hand out to the sides, on the inside of your left leg. Press the floor away and twist to the right. But if you have it available to you, you could bring your elbow on the inside of the thigh and press the elbow against your thigh so that you can twist more deeply to the right. Good. Now let's inhale and take the right arm up and over. And you can inhale, expand and reach a little more. And as you exhale, pull the elbow back slightly and twist up towards the ceiling. Inhale, reach that arm towards the toes a little more. Exhale, press the elbow into the thigh, the hand against the floor, and twist open. Good. 3 more breaths. Try and keep your breath full. And then let the arm come down and simply press up. And then let's bend the left leg in, take your right leg out. Same thing on the other side. Move the flesh away from the sit bones. And we'll take the right arm to the inside of your right leg, or possibly press the elbow against the thigh. And then bring your left hand to the rib cage and roll open. Feel your breath. Feel the way that it comes into the parts of your body as you breathe. And now let's take the left arm up and over. So, these postures, they really create an inner structure which supports the prana to do its work in your body. And it's the breath that increases and expands the front forwards. So we inhale, reach towards the toes. As you exhale, pull the elbow just back a touch and twist towards the ceiling. Continue to breathe as such. Inhale. And then release. Sit tall. So let's bring the left leg down in front. We'll take the right leg over the outside of the left thigh, hug in, lift up, take a deep breath. Okay, bring your right hand around behind you, twist to the right slightly. You could, if it's available to you, I should have said this before, bend your front leg. So take the depth of the twist that is appropriate to you. Reach up through your left hand and then hug your right knee as you twist to the right. Enjoy your breath. And now all that energy that you've created, all that prana that you've created, you're kind of now squeezing it in towards the midline. You're pulling it into the center of your system. Drawing it into the spine. Release, twist, change sides. So bring your right leg out in front, left leg over the top. Pause for a moment, hug in. Possibly bend the right leg and take the deeper expression. We'll bring the left hand behind us, twist a little to the left, inhale, right arm. Exhale, hug your left knee with your right arm and twist to the left. Release. Bring both legs out in front. Extend out through the feet. Inhale, bring your arms up. And as you exhale, extend and fold. You could bring the hands to the shins or the big toes, your choice. And as you pull back the inside of the shins of the big toes, lengthen through the front of the body. Lift the armpits up. Create more length through the sides, so side body long, and then bow down and melt and breathe.
And allow yourself to just sink in and immerse yourself in this new experience of yourself in this moment. Not because this moment is any more profound than any other, or that we have done anything profound, but simply because every moment provides a new experience of yourself. Alright. Sit up tall for a moment. Okay. I'm going to invite you to come down for Shavasana. You're going to have about 5 minutes in Shavasana. We're going to sit up and do some pranayama and not so much meditation, but some pranayama to finish off. But I'd like you to take Shavasana first. So please lay down and make yourself comfortable. You could put a bolster or a roll-up blanket underneath your knees. Perhaps light something over your eyes and settle in. Allow yourself to be heavy. Allow the breath to completely regulate. No control over it whatsoever, but just a settling of the whole system. To completely settle and immerse yourself in a sense of appreciation and gratitude for not only your breath, but your body. You practice this moment. No more or less perfect than any other moment. Allow your prana, your vital force to settle, feeling the way that it has been churned up through practice. Get a sense of like a pond after the rain where the sediment has been stirred up and the water becomes murky. And then after the rain leaves, everything begins to settle and the water again becomes clear. But everything is now rearranged in a slightly different way. Feel into that sense of clarity. So please begin to deepen your breath and bring your awareness to your whole body simultaneously. As you wriggle your fingers and your toes, and then stretch your arms and your legs. Roll to your right and pause for a moment. And make your way up to a seated position. And sit nice and tall, prop yourself up on a bolster or a rolled up blanket or a trifold blanket. Just something to make it nice and comfortable for you to sit tall. And we're working with two different pranayams this morning. So we're going to work with Nadi Shodhana to really bring a sense of balance to the body. And then we're going to work with what's known as Vastrika pranayam to further bring a little bit more energy. It's such an energizing breath. Because in the morning, it's a really good time to do that. Vastrika you wouldn't be doing if you are menstruating, if you're pregnant, if you have a hernia. And so you could just work with a deep belly breath or a full yogic breath when we come to the Vastrika. But to begin with, we'll work with Nadi Shodhana. So with your right hand, if you need to change hands at any time, that's perfectly fine. We'll bring the right thumb onto the nostril, right nostril, and the ring and pinky finger onto the left nostril. And close the right nostril, inhale through the left. Close the left, exhale right. Inhale right. Close the right, exhale left. That's one round, keep going. Inhale left, 2, 3, 4. Exhale right, 2, 3, 4. Inhale right, 2, 3, 4. Exhale left, 2, 3, 4. Keep going. You're changing nostrils to exhale. And if you are able to comfortably increase the duration of your breath to say inhale 6, exhale 6, go for it. You can work with an inhalation and exhalation of 8. Beautiful. So just work to your capacity, to which you can do without strain.
You really want the breath to be even inhale, even exhale, and the same amount of breath moving in and out at the beginning and the end of each. The end of your next exhale, let the hands relax down to your lap. Bring the thumb and forefinger together. Just place the palms face up. Now, if you are not practicing Bhastrika for one of the aforementioned reasons, then simply work with a deep belly breath. Inhale, the belly expand. Exhale, draw it back. Or you could work with a full yogic breath where you inhale, belly fills, fill the rib cage, fill right up to the collarbones. Exhale, collarbones, ribs, belly. If you're working with Bhastrika with us, where simply it's bellows breath, so where it's a forceful inhale, forceful exhale, and we start with the exhalation, and where it's equal kind of parts, so kind of equal force for the inhalation and exhalation. So with Kapalabhati, we focus on the exhale, and then the inhalation happens naturally with bellows breath, where there's kind of an equal force for both. And we're just using the diaphragm to pump the belly to really kind of get this bellows. So if you think about the bellows that like fans the fire, this is exactly what we're doing in our system now. Okay, so we'll just take a deep breath in, and we're going to go for 11 rounds, and then we'll take 3 normal breaths, and we're going to do 3 rounds. Okay, so take a deep breath in. Let's take 11 rounds. Let the breath return to normal for 3 breaths. We're doing a very introductory form of bellows breath this morning. So if you are comfortable holding the pelvic floor, Mula Bandha, then you can hold the pelvic floor for the duration of the 11 rounds. And if you're feeling comfortable, you could also hold the breath at the end
and then we'll return back. So we'll go together. Inhale. Possibly engage the pelvic floor. Let's go for 11. Inhale. Possibly hold the breath or just let the breathing return to normal, your choice. Keep it basic if you've never done this before. And then release the breath, breathing returns to normal. You can release the pelvic floor lock, root lock. Okay. And we'll take one more round. So either keep it basic or come along for the full breath hold at the end as well. So possibly engage the pelvic floor. Inhale. Holding the breath or breath to normal. Release the breath if you haven't already. Release the root lock. Sit for a moment. Take up the full space of your body. So I'd love to give you another 20 minutes here for meditation, but that's our time. Feel free to just turn the computer off. You don't have to say goodbye and continue meditating for 5, 10, 20 minutes, whatever you can do so comfortably. Thank you for practicing. Those of you that do want to say goodbye, I will come over. Om Shanti. Thank you so much for practicing this morning.